I'm Lanisha Robinson, your host for Career and Technical Education, #BuildAFuture. Working in St. Lucie Public Schools with Career and Technical Education, CTE, we want to show what our teachers and students are doing in the classroom to close a skills gap in multiple fields. The educators for these programs are connecting their students in multiple ways to sustain business partners here in St. Lucie County and post-secondary institutions. Students can network and earn industry certifications, which create more opportunities and options for all of our students after high school graduation. In this upcoming episode, you will meet with Mr. Kyle Cobb from Fort Pierce Westwood Academy, the West Prep Academy, Magnet School, and Ms. Natalia Chekhovskaya-Kerney from Indian River State College, and learn more about the Applied Robotics Program connection to the community and our post-secondary institution partners in laser and fiber optics. Welcome. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Kyle Cobb. I am the engineering and robotics teacher at Fort Pierce Westwood Academy, the West Prep Magnet. That's where we have both the robotics program, engineering, as well as an after-school competitive robotics team.
Okay.
Well, good morning. My name is Natalia Chekhovskaya-Kerney. I am with Indian River State College, specifically LASER-TEC, which is an NSF AT program, which I hope I will be able to talk a little bit more. I am enjoying a role of associate director and a co-principal investigator.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. So let's talk about business partnerships and post-secondary institution, your partnerships. How do you use those business partnerships to support your robotics program at Fort Pierce Westwood?
So, as I'm sure our viewers are aware, the coronavirus over the last 2 years has been a huge impact on us being able to partner with our local community leaders. With that, we are still looking to build some new partnerships because of the loss in time with that. However, our current major partnership is with Indian River State College and LASER-TEC with Natalia, where we partner to help the kids explore the technology, robotics, through a variety of different programs that I'm sure we'll talk about more here in a moment.
Okay, so when you're thinking about perspective or looking at potential business partners or post-secondary institutions to partner with, what do you look for in getting their support?
So what we're looking for as far as educational leaders here with our students is we're looking for business partners that are able to expose our students to things they can actually do within the community, things they don't have to travel for. That's really important for us, is for our students to be able to leave Fort Pierce Westwood and either go to Indian River State College, or if they want to go into the career tech area, be able to start a career locally here in Fort Pierce and support their community.
Okay, and Natalia, all right, with you, when you're working with St. Lucie Public Schools, why is it important to partner with not only the robotics program, but for your college to actually partner with any of our St. Lucie Public Schools programs?
Well, there are myriads of reasons why we should be working together, and we are enjoying this beautiful partnerships. But the main reason, of course, is to ensure that our youth, our students, and our community do have the gates to higher socioeconomic standing, to local jobs, to local careers, to prosperity here locally and within Treasure Coast.
Okay. So with Kyle, at Fort Pierce Westwood, can you provide a background of your robotics program?
So during the school day robotics program, we are a 4-year program that year 1, our students start learning computer programming through the Python programming language. That is an industry certification through Microsoft. Year 2, we start working in the design area with AutoCAD, so they learn how to design things within CAD. This is specifically tailored towards our robotic aspect of when they're building things, they should be able to design those things prior to building. Year 3, we move into another design element with Autodesk Inventor. So for that, we actually also have 3D printers, and the students learn how to 3D print. In order to do that, they need to learn how to design, and again, in the engineering area, a lot of things are being 3D printed, and understanding how to work with that equipment is essential. And year 4 is a capstone project, so that's where we're really focusing on trying to find some industry partners as well as Indian River State College to help us fill in where these kids need to have and the skills they need to move into the careers and industry once they leave us after that year.
Okay. All right, and Natalia, what exactly is the LASER-TEC organization?
LASER-TEC, it's a center for lasers and fiber optics education. Originally it is funded by National Science Foundation, so it's a federal program. National Science Foundation is a ginormous organization, as you know. Within it, there is a program that is called Advanced Technological Education Program. And the mission of this program is to help nation grow and increase, boost the burst of, or the result of graduates, the skills of the graduates, of the highly skilled technical workforce in emerging technologies. So there are about 40 of centers like LASER-TEC across the nation. So we're one of the members of the family, but we specifically focus on lasers and fiber optics.
And what is the connection to Indian River State College? Like, how is it being housed at Indian River State College?
Yes, we are very proud to be housed and headquartered at Indian River State College. Indian River State College is actually, its role is instrumental in establishing a LASER-TEC here in Fort Pierce. Going back in the history, 10-something years ago, our program, Electronics Engineering Technology program, has been, it required certain revisions because the curriculum was standard and it was not changing. However, the technology was changing at a speed of light, non-pun intended, and at that time, the department chair, Dr. Chris Panayotov, revised completely and infused emerging technologies like automated manufacturing or photonics, fiber optics, infused in the traditional curriculum. So that program, since then, been extremely successful. And as a result, that program had been benchmarked across the nation. So for that reason, Indian River State College has been chosen, or was chosen, as a headquarter of a regional center in the southeast of the United States. But then we were able to actually unfold it to the whole nation. So.
Now, how did you become involved with this program?
I started from the beginning. So I was at the ground zero running forward with the program. At that time, I was fulfilling two positions. I was an adjunct instructor teaching physics, and I was involved with a similar center in nuclear education and training when I actually received an invitation to get professional development in lasers and fiber optics, which was amazing and was for free. I could not believe those things exist. So I went through a pretty intense professional development training in lasers and fiber optics, had an opportunity to visit the lab, see the equipment, appreciate the technology. So my qualifications were, they were there, and my background was there to help the center grow and develop it since then, since 2013.
Okay. So Kyle and Natalia, how have you both worked together to bring LASER-TEC to the students at Fort Pierce Westwood?
So I think one of the biggest elements we've had going forward has been, over the years, we've started to build a program and figure out what we need for the students. And at this point, we have what is known as Spark through Indian River State College and LASER-TEC, which is a dual enrollment opportunity for the Fort Pierce Westwood Academy students, where they can take dual enrollment courses, which are at no cost to them. They're covered by St. Lucie County Schools and IRSC with that partnership. And they are able to get their either certificate in laser photonics, basic electronics, or work completely towards their AS degree in electronic engineering technology, which, as I'm sure you know, if you can leave high school with an AA or an AS degree, especially in a career field, that is a huge opportunity for our students.
Absolutely. Do you want to add to that?
Yes, our partnership is actually multifaceted. In addition to the dual enrollment program that we are working on, we've been working on a community outreach and a public awareness. And that has been done through many means. And one of the most successful, I believe, is our summer programs. So we're very thankful to Children's Services Council of St. Lucie for funding this opportunity. As a matter of fact, the summer programs is a result of partnerships of 5 different organizations, for that matter. So we are very happy that we were able to leverage so many resources to make it happen and available for free for our kids here, for our youth, local youth. So through this program, our students, they spent 7 weeks at Indian River State College, which I believe is very, very instrumental for them to grow, to become more comfortable with a setting that maybe not be originally comforting for them. And they actually trying to get their feet wet, and learn about technology, learn about robotics, see if something that actually, it intrigues them, see if they actually like it, and they see themselves as a future technician or technologist, or maybe even higher level education if they just choose to pursue. So we will talk, I guess, a little bit more about the summer program, but it's one of our fundamental, in addition to the enrollment programs that we work on together.
So through these opportunities, students are getting access to career exploration. They're getting access to opportunities that go beyond just the basic classroom.
Of course.
This is amazing. Now, do you also work with a summer program, Kyle?
Yeah, so me and Natalia actually founded the program, I think, 3 years ago at this point. Our first year, we had approximately 16 students participate. And this last year, we had almost 90 applications to participate and 35 students that we were actually able to get into the program with a seat. We ran out of seats at a certain point, which is a good problem for us as far as fulfilling the program. But now we're looking to increase the size of the program this coming summer. With this program, so we had students from Fort Pierce Westwood, from multiple high schools across the district, that they were able to actually participate in career learning, such as soldering. We did labs in the photonics. We built robotic systems. We worked in the advanced technology area at IRSC and River State College. So they actually got real industry experience while also making sure they were not experiencing the summer slide, which is one of our primary goals under the Children's Council, is to make sure students are not losing academic ground over the summer.
Okay. And then how do they either apply? Is this like an application process? How do they actually find out about this information? Because it's a great opportunity.
It is a fantastic opportunity. Well, it is a grant-funded opportunity. So we have to apply for this program every year. So usually students need to, and their parents need to be monitoring in Indian River State College media. Usually the first call for enrollment comes out in May or April. So coming April and May, please keep an eye on Indian River State College social media and website to learn more about the program. It is an absolutely free program for students and parents, and there's no cost associated with anything. Students, in addition to this academic background, they actually receive kits that they can take home and continue their exploration. So we see that as a continuing journey for students going forward. So we're very excited to have this program because it fills in so many gaps that we used to have in this community. As a matter of fact, up to this day, we receive phone calls. We can't find anything similar available here at Treasure Coast. Do you have any other offerings similar to that? So that's why we're looking into growing and diversifying this program, making it available for more families in the community so they can actually learn about emerging technologies, try to do things that they never had a chance to do before. The big plus of it is that Indian River State College labs, they're state-of-the-art labs. They are all industry-graded, they're industry-vetted programs. So students will have an opportunity to work with equipment that a professional work in the field. Mm-hmm. We are discussing potential possibilities of bringing the industry to the program or bringing kids to businesses. As you can understand, last couple of years they kind of threw the ball, into that initiative. But we definitely will try to make that bridge tighter between, between the past school, college, and industry. So that is our goal, to connect those dots and make it streamline access for students.
And you're bringing up a very great point when you talk about making sure that the technology, the equipment is up to date. It meets the industry standards, what's going on right now outside the classroom. Now, Kyle, what about your classroom? Do you have equipment in your classroom? What types of equipment? If we were to go in your classroom right now, what types of equipment that we can see that's there that also is out there that industry also offers as well?
So the Fort Pierce Westwood Lab, we are definitely fully set up with the technology. So one of our largest pieces is a full-size CNC machine that the students use with AutoCAD when they're learning how to become certified in AutoCAD, how to design things, and how to also use the CNC machine. The other items we have that I talked about earlier were industry-grade 3D printers. So they learn how to both operate, maintain, and work with the 3D printer, which is huge. As far as the robotic aspect of it, we do have several educational classroom kits that are of industry-grade equipment that they do learn how to work with motors, how to work with servos, how to program those items, how to work with them safely, which is huge, of It's one thing to be able to work with equipment, it's another to do it safely and correctly, which is one thing we're proud of, is our students are able to work the equipment and do it safely.
Okay. So how do you apply the information and the great details and that hands-on experience that you are doing with IRSC? How do you now bring it to your students at Fort Pierce Westwood?
So one of the ways that we're bringing IRSC into Westwood, and we're working this out as we go. Obviously, with coronavirus the last 2 years, we've had to kind of switch to more of a virtual aspect. But we have worked with Dr. Mo at IRSC, who does come and do the virtual presentations with us. We're hoping to actually get them in person this year once COVID is fully out of the way. Bringing some of the information that they are able to provide us as a graduate of their electronic engineering program. I've actually experienced the information they have and the education they offer. So I'm able to take a lot of those aspects and work with my kids. One of the biggest ways this comes into play is, yes, in the robotics program, we do all the industry connections. We also have an after-school program that is competitive robotics, where the students take a lot more of the advanced things, a lot more of the advanced techniques, and apply those in a competitive nature, and to actually build and create without any plans, any guidance. They have to actually, from their own creativity and knowledge, create a solution to a problem.
Wow. So your students are actually taking this knowledge, learning about it in your classroom, taking it to the next level where they're actually doing after school robotics club.
Yes.
Right? And then you were talking about it's competitive. So how are the students competing? Are they competing against other students, other organizations?
So we actually have 2 FIRST technical challenge teams. So we're part of the FIRST organization. We currently have 2 teams. We have roughly 23 students involved in those teams. To give you an idea of how it's grown, our first year we had 6 students involved, and now we're 3 years in with 23. So how that works is we are part of the South Florida region, which has almost 27 teams, I think is what I heard at last. And then we go to the regional tournaments, where the FIRST has already provided us with a problem, and we have to build a solution, a robot that can address that problem both autonomously and through user control. So it's not just they're going to drive it, they have to actually program it to where it can operate autonomously, which means that robot has no human interaction during that period of time. It's using purely sensors and the program that the students have created to solve its task.
Wow, that's amazing. So what are some of the things that students are actually saying? 'Cause we don't have a student here right now, but what are some of the things that they're saying because of this connection with this program and with this club?
Yeah, and honestly, I would have loved to have brought a student today for that reason, just because we do have some students that really do enjoy the program and are planning on moving forward with the program after me, either within New York State College or after in IRSC to UCF. I've had several students that have left my program and gone into local industry. That for me sings a lot of, they enjoyed it enough to go get a career in it. I have other students that are there with me 5 days a week in the competitive team that they could be my own children at a certain point. So I kind of look at that as if they want to be in my room and they don't leave my room and they leave me and continue looking into technology as a career, either through collegiate level or local opportunities that require just the high school diploma, then the relationships are good and we've been a success.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things I must say as an observer coming into your classroom, and it's amazing to see what these students are doing. It's amazing to see, it's almost like, you ever see the students, it's almost like that passion. You see that deep passion, especially in their eyes. You see them, that motivation, they're fully engaged. I mean, it's amazing what you all are doing over there. Now, Natalia, with your summer program and with also just with your organization as a whole, what are your students saying, whether they're adult students or even our high school students or any of our St. Lucie Public School students, what are they saying to you about your organization or your programs that you offer?
Well, they want to come back. Mm-hmm. Similar to Kyle, I will echo his metrics for success or how much they enjoy it. We always have a returning student. We always want somebody who is acquiring about additional opportunities within college or outside of college, but in the field. Because of that highly engaged environment and highly educational and training environment that there's emerged to, or they have an access to, they learn things that they would never learn anywhere else. And we do have a great team of very engaged faculty, very engaged educators, and they definitely bring them to the higher level of our students. So yeah, We would love to continue this partnership and see that streamlined pipeline going higher.
And to add to what she was saying and what you were asking about the metrics for success, one thing that we saw at Fort Pierce Westwood, and I think this tells the story, is year one at Fort Pierce Westwood, so that was 4 years ago, there was just over 90 students enrolled in the engineering program at Fort Pierce Westwood. This year, I started off with 7 class periods at 215 students total. So not only are the students coming back, but they're bringing their friends to Westwood for this program, which is a huge sign of success as far as what the students enjoy and want to participate in.
And kudos to you, because I know obviously you can have a program sitting there, but if you don't have that leader, that teacher, that educator leading them in the right direction, they're not going to be wanting to come back, but they are. So kudos to both of you, actually. Now, this is a question for both of you all. Do you feel like there's a demand for entry-level positions for students that are leaving not only Fort Pierce Westwood and earning their entry certifications and going to entry-level positions, but also for IRSC when they're done with you all? Is there employment opportunities out there available for them? So,
Definitely. Local in Fort Pierce, we have several employers that are looking for Autodesk users, that are looking for electronic technicians, that are looking for entry-level just technology positions that you understand technology and you can work with it. If we expand the area into more of the regional aspect and you look into the, say, Melbourne, which is a little less than an hour away from here, there are huge opportunities for electronic technicians, photonic technicians, engineering, just so many opportunities once you expand a little bit out further. But again, locally, there are a lot, yes.
and that's great to hear, because we want our students to not only feel that, okay, hey, I can go to school here, but I could live here. I can become that adult and still have an opportunity. Is how you wanted to add to that?
Yes, we're actually, that's part of what we do. We're mapping the employment market because we need to make sure that we produce a very relevant workforce and very timely workforce that kind of correlates to the needs local and the regional and the state and the national levels. So we actually mapped a couple of years ago, and within 75-mile radius out of Fort Pierce, there are about 50 companies, local companies, that hire our graduates. And those companies may not be something that you would think first of when you think of a photonics technician or robotics technician or automated manufacturing technician or technologist. Those are municipalities, utilities, healthcare providers, because all of that equipment, optoelectronics equipment, is embedded there. It enables automation. It enables process controls. Those are skills that our students receive at our program. This is the knowledge that they acquire during 2 years with our program. So there are multiple industries as well. We're talking about, again, but going back to healthcare, Cleveland Clinic is hiring our students. We have pure photonics companies here in the area as well, to mention Melbourne, L3 Harris, for example. They're doing amazing work with quantum right now. They're actually exploring, and our graduates actually helping build the quantum technology right now, which is going to be, as you can imagine, it's going to be a go-to technology in just a short period of time. We see beautiful applications in telecommunications. We see beautiful applications in computing with quantum. So our students, our graduates, are skilled enough to actually sustain and provide, be an asset to programs like that. Then going into advanced manufacturing, anywhere where you have SCADA systems, wherever you have programmable logic controllers, that's what our students can do. We're going into telecommunications. It's a huge sector right there. AT&T, PCS Fiber, Duralcom. Those are folks that are doing, fiber, bringing that data to your cell phone, data to your streaming. So our students enabling, putting the fiber over there, troubleshooting the links. They are installing the fiber optics equipment. This is a huge absorber as well. Well, and recently we have been enjoying that partnership for quite a long time, a company out of Jupiter called Genoptics. Now our partnership blossomed in the last couple of years. The company is doing beautiful applications in all kinds of sectors as well, from bringing internet to developing countries, making accessibility to kind of bringing the equality to informational access in countries or areas that didn't have that chance before, or building lenses for Mars rovers and so on. They just hired 5 of our graduates. Some of our graduates actually are still, well, some of their employees are still our students. So
Amazing.
that security that our students have, that they can find a job. Of course, there have to be motivation there. You know, even while they're still, you know, pursuing their degree, is definitely a very comforting feeling for our students, and makes us feel good because we are doing what that ecosystem requires.
Okay. So for students to get to college, you know, oftentimes they'll ask, well, what scholarships are out there? Or by being in this program, am I earning college scholarships or maybe college credit, you know, to go to the next level? And then I know I want to also find out from you, Natalia, are there scholarships available at the college level as well for students that are coming to you all? So we'll start with Kyle, if you can answer that for us.
So yes, as part of the State of Florida Bright Futures program, there is the gold seal side of that for students who maintain a 3.5 GPA average, complete a career tech program with a certification, and complete the SAT, ACT test, they actually have a full scholarship here, especially locally to Indian River State College and the university level. So that is one way that they can be able to pay for school, just through participating in a career technical program.
And now what about articulation agreements?
So yes, we do actually have an articulation agreement for, I believe it is 6 credits moving into Indian River State College's advanced technology program. So when they complete my program, complete their 4 years with their industry certification, they will also leave us with 6 college credits towards the classes at Indian River State College.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, probably I can say that Indian River State College graduates, 92% of them complete, you know, debt free. So that tells you the wide spectrum of availabilities there for students to complete their programs without, you know, with scholarships. So definitely there are plenty of opportunities for students to, they need just to sit down with our folks at Financial and figure out, you know, what opportunities are available there. So definitely, yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're getting close to the end of our show. Is there anything else that you would like to add about anything else that we want to discuss?
So I just want to say that there are a lot of opportunities here locally for our students, that if you have interest in technology, if you're interested in engineering, advanced tech, any of that there are opportunities here for you. We definitely come talk to us at Fort Pierce Westwood, University State College, or St. Lucie County Schools, and we can find those opportunities for you.
Okay.
I say please stay abreast with technology, understand what's happening there, and look 5 to 10 years, if you can, ahead, and realize what opportunity is going to be there in 5 to 10 years by the time for you to graduate. So some of the careers are not going to be available there. Technology is going to be available there all the time. So at least be aware of new opportunities that are going to be emerging very shortly.
All right, well, thank you. All right, so I'm Lanisha Robinson, and this is Career and Technical Education, #Build a Future. We encourage you to view our St. Lucie Public Schools webpage and Career and Technical Education's website. In Career and Technical Education, we are merging the career pathways pipeline for each of our students. We are building a future, continuing to close the skills gap, and partnering with not only our community, but post-secondary institutions. On behalf of the station's team, I would like to thank you for joining us today.